Hello. Yes, it's Hentis. It's a Sunday afternoon, and it's a Train Sim World Live. Why on a Sunday afternoon, I hear you say? For the main reason, because the Mexican Formula One Grand Prix starts about 7 o'clock tonight and will go through to about 9 o'clock. And basically, I won't have time to do the live stream tonight because I want to do a couple of other things as well. So, yeah, I've decided to do the live stream this afternoon, but it's kind of, we start off slightly different. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a little while, and we're actually not far from, I think, from Redcar. We're on the Tees Valley route, and I'm just doing the links here, sorry. Facebook's deciding to ask me a ton of questions that I don't really want to do. We're on the Tees Valley route, and we're not far from Redcar Yard, I think it is, if I can remember rightly. So I'm just looking at my little map. So Lackenby Steel Works is what we should be looking at on our left, sorry. That's where the thing is over the side, that's where the wagons are. So that's the Steel Works. And over to the left here, over there, that's the ore place. So we're on, at the moment, heading to Middlesbrough. Why do this? Well, originally I was going to do it. I started off doing a trial run in the Class 101 DMU. And I will save this every 10 minutes or so. And I'll explain to you why. Ooh. Sorry, just... there we go. Right. Okay. So why are we doing this? I'm walking the route because of the collectables. Not only are there obviously, well, people say, well, you can do that with the Class 101. You can drive it, get on and off and do your time. But there's also certain things that are not, you can't just get from the station. There's these things, cabinets, where there are certain cabinets that are old, that need replacing. Plus, it gets you walking through the route, bit of route knowledge, you know, of what is what basically along the route. Now, I started doing this, I think it would have been Wednesday night, but I had an unfortunate incident where at the upcoming station that we're coming up to, I went out of bounds and the session ended. This is why I need to save it every couple of minutes, every 10 seconds or so. And people say, well, why do it? Basically because I quite enjoyed, you know, it's something different. It's not driving the trains. Now, will I go all the way up to Darlington? I don't know. Let's see how well we can go. I'm on for a few hours. So British Steel Works there, I think it is. I'm not sure. Someone will point it out and let me know. I know there might not be some people watching, and a lot of people watching. Just basically, there might be some people then who might watch the live stream back. So if I do get it wrong, you know, just drop it in some comment down, and you know, I'll go from there. But it's just something. I mean, you generally see this going past about 30 or 40 miles an hour. I just think it's nice just to take a nice little walk. Oh, check these cabinets out. And there is traffic running. There is AI traffic running. I've already had a couple of 101 DMUs go past. So, being a nice boy, I am walking on the... well, we've got a couple of bits of cabinets down here. I think I've done these. The station we're coming up to just where beyond that bridge down there. I think there should be 3 of them here. Yeah, they're okay. Plus, I mean, I'm not being silly, but you know, you usually go flying past the place at 60 odd miles an hour or more, but there's no appreciation for the actual, you know, where they've modelled the route, where you actually get to look at the route. And I think sometimes that's a bit, you know, we all take for granted. No matter what route you're on, whether it be this route, the Great Western Express route, the Ruhr signalled, the new routes, California route, anything. Right, so the screen's staggering a bit, so whether it's loading in new stuff, or the frame rate's dropping a bit, whether it's loading in new scenery, or there is a train due to drop past. But it kind of gets you so you can appreciate it. Oh, let's have a look at this. That's a new cabinet. Because usually with the old cabinets, the doors are hanging off, sort of thing, and you can see inside. So there's nothing coming behind me, and there's nothing coming there. And who knows? There might be the odd 37 on a freight go through. I think it's pretty underrated because all they got is the 08, which is in the yard, which you're not going to see. Up here, it's a roundabout on a bus. That's a big ass roundabout. Right, I'm just going to save it. So, yeah, if you do have any questions, just ask them, and I will do my best to answer them, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I won't do if you're watching it just a rerun. Is that an old Fiat? A Fiat Punto. So yeah, you can see the other yard over there, and Lackenby Steel Works. So yeah, so that's a big ass area. Cars are old then and busted. Right, okay, so I probably don't expect many visitors to watch this because basically it's a Sunday afternoon. So I thought I'd do a stream because I didn't do a stream Friday night. Now there's 2 reasons why I didn't do a stream. Do you hear 37s? I can't get up there because of the pipe work. I don't know if we'll see anything. I'm trying to stay this side of the railway because there you go. You can see a couple of wagons moving. So there's a bit of 37s running in. Right. So I'm going to head back over. So it's also a chance to look at the scenery as well. Yeah, sorry. We'll do more talk on the scenery and that in a bit. It's a nice box, actually. Someone let me know what the box is called. You know, there's just like, it's all a lot of assets that are required and that are made and everything. You can't go in, sort of thing. But yeah, you get a general view of the place. So look down at the main line. I think just around this bridge, there's a station. So yeah, there's 2 reasons why I didn't stream on Friday. One, I booked the day off. What do you want the main line? I booked the day off because I went to buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I went to the midnight launch at my local game store. Oh, you see, okay, that's the boundary. You can't go up. Yeah, this bridge you can't go up. I think actually, if you look at the map, oops. Oh no, it's a road bridge. That's the rail bridge. This is. That's a 37 moving through, that pair of 37s that we heard. So we just missed him, he's come across. That's annoying. So that's that bridge there, is the one that you cross over. This is the station, but I went somewhere too far outside the station, and it said I'm out of the area and my game session ended. So when I get to the station, I'll save it again. So there is something moving. So if you come and look here, that's the line there. So if we walk down this line, we go down into the yard where the 37s are, in the Lackenby Steel Works yard. Right. So this is the station. It's quite a nice modelled station, actually. This is what I do like about Train Sim World. You can just get off, and you can go for a walk along the line. You can't climb the... I don't think you can climb the ladder, which is a bit annoying. Do you climb it? No, there's no way you can't climb it. But that's nice modelled. I like that. So, what I did... This takes you out to the road, I think. There's an underpass. Yeah, it took me out to the road, and I went out down... to there, that area there, just here, where the fence is, and it said my session ended. So, and of course I hadn't saved it up to that point, so yeah, which is a bit annoying. And this is where I got to, as far as I got to. Right. There you go. So I got to this point. We're at Grangetown. So I've already been here, picked the papers and put the papers in. It gives you a good chance as well to go in, to sort things out. There you go. That's the other thing. There's one of 25 broken lamps as well to fix. You won't see it during the daytime, but these flicker at night. And there should be there you go, 13 out of 20 route maps added. So I've only got another 7 route maps. So where are they? I'm not sure what these buildings are really, what these things here would be. So we're going to save it. It's just basically so if it does crash, I can go straight into it again. So it's daylight savings time today. So if you're anything like me, where our clocks go back at 2 AM GMT time to 1 AM GMT time, I didn't go to sleep till about 3 AM old time, which was then 2 AM normal current time. So I'm a wee bit tired. So anyway, yeah, back to the live stream. It was supposed to be Wreckfest, but I was debating whether I was to if I was to do a live stream. Oh, there's a cabinet there. If I was to do a live stream for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So the idea was that I'm going to just check this other cabinet. And it was just basically, I wanted to do the campaign, but unfortunately Wednesday I was supposed to have gone downtown. Friday morning, sorry, I was supposed to have gone downtown, but unfortunately I had a many airs attack, and that rendered me totally stupid. So alas, I didn't go downtown. Right, so we got a yellow on the... I'd call it the up. No, we haven't. Thought we had a yellow. in the distance. It's a red, and there's the one next to it off to the left, which I thought was a yellow. So you just got to keep an eye out for. Oh, it is a yellow. I'll keep an eye out for cabinets. So yeah, basically, I had a Menier's attack, and I wasn't very well, so which I couldn't really go downtown. So I just decided that I'll get onto Call of Duty. So what they got? Literally an updated 45-mile-an-hour sign there. It's interesting. I can hear a lorry in the background. Probably something over there actually. Right, so we got a yellow. So I love these signal posts. They're pretty cool. So yeah, basically that's the whole reason why there was no live stream. Because in the evening I ended up playing multiplayer with my mate. It took a long time to install. COD, they said the minimum installation for it was 150 gig. I mean, the installation, the maximum installation for this is about 30 odd gigs, so you can see the quality there. In the game graphic quality and how the game's made. So I did multiplayer after installation, which was a nightmare. There was a 56 gig update to download, which... Oh, right then. I was going to download it. Oh, I managed to start to download it, and it was... I think by about an hour into downloading the patch, I was 22 gig in, and then there was another... a 26, 27 gig to download, and that was another 65 minutes. So at 1:30 Friday morning I called it a night, so to speak, and I woke up the next day Friday morning about 7 and then just basically continue the download. Right, okay, so this is the cabinets. Now there's 35 of these. I've done about 4. I've done 4 now, so it's old cabinets replaced. So they can appear anywhere. I don't know if it's on the run up into the works or not. Right, so sound effects are quite area specific as well, like conveyor belt ahead. The other thing is you can have a look. You know, obviously there's not a lot of work, not a lot of stuff going on there. Got internal roads there. Then I think you also get to see the gist of how big the route is, sort of thing, and then it's all down to the detail that's put in. Can't see that there's any more cabinets there. There's one here that's already done. Let's double check. So don't forget, someone has to go along and place all these cabinets and everything. So I think the next station is Middlesbrough. So we've got a yellow on the up. We have a yellow on the down and a yellow on the up. We should see at least 1 or 2 freight trains. It'd be nice to actually try and see if you could walk up those stairs. It's pretty impressive, to be honest. Right, so we've got a little bit of a trek. I think there's another station just up the front. I think this is where you come down the embankment from the freight only from the Lackenby Works, Steel Works. You come down here and you stop at this station here. You stop at the signal. So there'll be a station. Just have a quick look at this station. So there's nothing due. South Bank. So these are the normal up and down passenger lines, and the freight line is there. I think we need to check one of those cabinets out over there, so I'll do that in a second. Right, so there should be a map in there, which there is, and I think there's whether there is a paper thing or there or not, I don't know. No. Just going to have a look on the other platform. I don't think there was. Sometimes there is the paper. There might even be. I should tell you what. I'm going to save it again. It doesn't look as though there is, does there? No. Okay. Right, so there's an old cabinet here. Strangely enough, these lights here, I had one of them. I actually had one of those lights. This came from the new where the Weymouth, no, it wasn't, the Pool to Wall re-signalling came in. It's gone to a better home now, which is good. But yes, I had one of those shunting lights. I also do have as well the number plates for the signal ID plates for the signals that were over by on the main line leaving Poole Station, which is PO44 and PO47, and they're both going up on eBay at some point. Go back to the old style 25-mile-an-hour signs now. And of course, this is some of the stuff in the maps that you don't usually see. These they're okay cabinets. So unfortunately, the horns won't go off either if you're walking down the line and the train comes along. Right. So I'm not sure what station this is. Oh, okay. So these little plates here, these, I have two. And the two that I have sat on the signal, the gantry at Poole Station for about 20 odd years, 30 odd years, since the 80s. Interesting. I can't go in there. So this station is basically within modernisation. What's the station? South Bank. It's being remodified, being rebuilt. There you go. 225 broken lamps fixed. And there's the paper thing over there as well. So somewhere around here there's a map. There it is. There'll only be usually one on a station. So I'm not going to get any action points for this. Oh. I'm going to save it. I did originally start the journey at Saltburn at the terminus on a 101 DMU the other day, but then I actually missed. I went over to one of the other platforms to pick up a collectible, and the train started without me, so I then ended up starting to walk. So and considering, what's this? This is milepost 17. I've already done. I started at milepost 22, so I started a little bit before I started the stream. So I've already gone, what, 4 miles? 5 miles already? So yeah. Right, anyway, we carry on. I know there'll probably be people looking at this and thinking, oh god. But to me, I think it's an ideal, nice little thing. And also it's a way of collecting the collectibles, because there's only one way that you can do this on certain routes, like the Leeds to Manchester route, the Northern Transpennine, where there's logs on the floor. The German route, where you have to do anti-trespass measures and that, repair fences. It's the only way you can do it is walking the route, because you're not going to know otherwise, because you're going past it 30 odd miles an hour sometimes or more. So there's also, like I said, you also get to see the route, how it was modelled. You know, these are scale sometimes, what, 30 odd miles long, some of these. So it's a lot of modelling, and you know, I know that off by heart, because basically when I was working with trains for the PC back about 20 years ago, I was creating a route which was a lot. It was quite big, and then I was working on the well, it was going to be the London Waterloo route, and I managed to get all the way from Mitchell Dever down through to Southampton, what would have been Southampton Parkway, and that took me 2 years to do, but that was single-handedly, and that was after various updates of trains and you know, just play testing to see if stuff would work properly. So I know how much route creation, how for one person, how long it would take for creating a route. You know, people, you know, they cry out for new routes every day, and they think, oh yeah, it's a piece of piss to do. I mean, I've not even bothered, even with Train Sim. Look at this cabinet. Ah, that one's alright. Yeah, even with Train Sim, I've not even bothered finding out how to create a new route. It's probably a piece of piss to a degree. This is why I'm looking around, is that I can hear noises. Make sure. No, okay. I don't want to go too far out over there because the game session might end. So we've got nothing coming at the moment. We are due stuff down. I think there's a freight train due. So that over there looks as though it's a new cabinet that needs to be replaced. Yeah, it is. So you can tell by the door and everything. Nothing there, so that's good. Just another station on the way up. Just the other thing is as well, it's not just the route itself. If you look over there in the distance, it's the other buildings and like part of a town, you know, part of a village that's being done. Right, so we've got another station coming up. No idea what this is. Cargo fleet. 16 of 20 route maps. Papers. there a dodgy light? Probably not. I know where there is one. There's some in a couple of railway sheds. I'll just save this again because I don't want it to crash or send me out. I'm just going to pop down this little area. It might not let me go all the way down. There you go. Another broken lamp. So then we're coming up to a level crossing. These gates aren't animated. They're always shut, so I know there's not a train coming. I don't even know if the lights flash. Well, makes a change, I suppose. Just wondering. So in the distance is the Middlesbrough quayside, the dockside area there, and some more grain silo storage. There's not much traffic about. Oh, I need to cross over again anyway. There's another dodgy cabinet. I didn't realise there were cabinets on here until I started walking after I missed the train. Or failed to get back on the train. I didn't even know there's a level crossing over there, look. It's pretty cool. Just all the detail that goes into it, you see. It does look pretty smart. Another cabinet over there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Nah, it looks a new one. So there's a train coming. I don't know how much time I will get, and if I see a signal. Not that I'm going to get run over because I'm off the line, but right. So we just had a frame rate drop, so it could be a train coming. I could easily cheat and look on the map, but I'm not going to. So I think there's another station up here. See what these signals say. Nah, 2 red lights. So all this scenery is all put in. It's pretty impressive stuff, to be honest. Now the big question is, will I be doing this on other routes? Probably. I think if you do it, it's the only way that you can appreciate it. By taking the route at a slower pace. I mean, there's some really. I mean, this is a nice route, but then you've got like the main Spessart barn. A lot of the 3 German routes are really, really good. Was it Rösig Nord route? It's the one with the dockside on it, which on the first attempt I went to go through on the Key branch down there, and unfortunately I actually fell through the map. Right, so there's a line there, look, and I didn't notice that. So just need to check this to see if there's any old cabinets. There you go, there's one. So where does that line go? Let's have a quick look at the map. That's one of the spurs, which you can probably end up having a train coming on, coming off, something like that. So, yeah. So there's one new cabinet fitted. There seems a basic rail yard, which if there's any more rail cabinet, any more side cabinets, sorry, they'll be here. Or over there. That's a dodgy one over there, so that needs renewing. So there's a mixture of old and new signage on here, on the route. I mean, this route would have been, what, about 1985, something like that? 86, 87? That's an old type cabinet. So I think these are sidings here. I'm not, no, these are the up and down slow lines, the freight lines. So I'm going to have to go over to there and then work my way back. So this is Middlesbrough. There's nothing coming. There's nothing wrong with those cabinets, they're fine. So that's in the manual for the for this route, it does tell you what these lights are, what the signals are. Right. Let's see what it's about. So I've not actually stopped and got off at Middlesbrough before. So this is Middlesbrough. Oh, I have, because I've done that. Is there a track map here somewhere? There you go. Is it no. I thought they'd at least have, there's a track map down there. But there's not one here. I lied, I have got off here before. I need to check to see if there's any yeah, I have. So that's where we are. So basically I started from there. Started from Redcar East and we're currently at Middlesbrough. So it won't take us long to do Thornbury, Eagles Cliff, through the airport and up to Darlington. So if you have any questions, just ask away. Ooh, come on. So I just want to do this side of the track now. I don't think there'll be cabinets there, but just have a quick pushes. I have noticed that they do like to tend to hide things around corners and that. Those sleepers, isn't it? But even the detail on the bridge, that's how much goes into it. Okay, so there's nothing there then. I'm gonna have to do Saltburn to Redcar again because I'm not gonna do it. That won't do that today because there's some cabinets that I would have missed. There's nothing to it. There is AI traffic running, but I'm just not sure where it is. Can we get in there? Again, that's another nice little place. Right. Onwards we go. We've got Thornaby Depot upcoming at some point. Which I'm only, well, for all sense of purposes, I'm not going to check the yard or the depot. I'm just going to go through on the main line. It would be nice, actually, just to take the... Hi, Ghost of Sparta. What is my favourite route? Oh, wow. That's strangely enough, it's a toughie. Blimey. I've got all the routes. I'm just going to save this again. Blimey. Wow. Actually, that's a tough one. It really is a tough one. Oh, wow. I don't know, to be honest. There's another. I think the new German route, Ruhr-Osten, whatever it's called, that's very good. Ruhr-Signord and Main Spessartbahn, they're both very good routes. I also like Great Western Express, Northern Transpennine, and this route, Teesside, Tees Valley. Right, we've got a 101 coming along now. It's got a green light as well, I didn't check that. Watch it disappear now. Just go off the screen, disappear. Blink and you miss it. Oh no. Out of those 6, check that that's alright. Yeah, they're fine. I can't really say out of the 6 that I really like. I can tell you what the routes I don't like. Currently, that is the Rapid Transit and the West Somerset Railway. The weird thing is, though, is that they've given you DTG have given you West Somerset Railway with the most ample, like, sort of locomotives, preserved locos, a 47, a 52, and a 09 and a 33, or was it 08 and a 33? So where does that place go? So that goes up to that yard up there, look. That'll be another... I'm not going to do that now. That'll be another yard to look at. Whether there'll be expansion packs for this would be bloody brilliant if it was. You know, and I'd definitely buy that. So that route goes... That signs go up there. But yeah, with the 47, the 33, the 52... the 08, I think it is. Basically, the locos that you get with the West Somerset Railway, and the other 2 DLC locos that you get, it offers you one of the biggest ranges of locos you can have. But the route is absolutely boring. because you do a maximum. Yes, so it's a heritage route. You do a maximum about what, 20 miles an hour, and it's just, it's absolute. You know, it's only mostly all single line, and it takes you literally nearly an hour at 20 odd miles an hour just to get somewhere. Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. I just don't think much of it. So I rate that down as far as rapid transit, probably below rapid transit, because it's just it's the route with a lot of traffic on it, a lot of locos that are available for it, and yet they haven't been able to utilise the locos for any other routes, and I don't understand why. They must have done this a complete half-assed way. Missing the cabinets, look. They're fine. So I've got to say, I'm going to like most of the British routes. I like Great Western Express. It's literally you could say nearly a modern day route, but I think they need to update it. See if they can get the license for the IEPs, and get some more. You know, probably extend it to Didcot. Because the thing is, if you like do scenarios as well for that's it, yeah. Great Western Express, they should extend it towards Didcot. Even if it just stops at Didcot, that gives you ample enough running. Because then, if you look at the Reading Triangle, where you've got stuff that either diverges coming, there's stuff coming up from Basingstoke and from Swindon, the West Country, and that. You basically got, if you're coming like from Didcot on the freight avoider, it's like you're doing doing a box jockey intermodal job off to, say, like, you pick it up from just outside Didcot. You got the Didcot Railway Museum. And then basically you run up to that place just outside London, Acton, on an intermodal train. Then you can also have other stuff turning up as well, like running the IEPs. They could, you could be passing a Class 52, coming out on a rail tour out of Paddington, going either down south or further west, sort of thing. You meet it at Reading, and there's so much you can do, so much you can have, and I can't believe they've just like, nah, we're not going to do that. So that's a famous lifting bridge, isn't it, at Middlesbrough? So this here is, I believe, let's go look at the map. Yeah, this takes you to the yards at Thornaby. Look at that. I've got to say, this is one reason why I do like the route, is the amount of yards. Then again, they've, as well as like the Great Western Express route, they've done so much to the route and made it such a brilliant looking route. They produce so little that you can do with it. Services with the 101s and the 37s on the freight. That's it. All the 08 shunting. You know, there's 24 hours worth of services, but there's an awful lot that you could do here. You know, you could have the odd 56. They could do 56s running and everything, you know. But that's just my point of view. And I think they get the routes out, get the money, and then it will fund the next lot. But they should also do more scenarios. Like they did with the West Somerset, add more locos. Because as it is at the moment, all you got with this is the 08 shunter, the Class 101, which I hate driving or trying to drive. Oh, there's another one. I think it works out there's about one every hour, I think it is. Like, so that's the old freight line there. Don't know if you can see any more of the yard over there, but well, that's the entrance to the yard. So you can see how far the yard stretches out down there. But yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people would like to, that's something that a lot of people would like to see, is a Great Western Line extended, because it's literally a half-hour run to Reading. You know, it'd be nice to start at Didcot, or just outside Didcot even, and then it gives you the chance to run on the as you approach Reading on the oh, hello, frame rate drop. Oh wow, that's a hell of a frame rate drop there. It could be just loading in the Thornaby area. It gives you a chance to run literally from Didcot along the flyover at Reading all the way to into Reading, then on to Paddington. That's it. Yeah, definitely agreed. Definitely agree with that. I couldn't agree more. That's I don't think, no, those cabinets. Problem is I'm on the dark side, so it's not very well illuminated. I don't think that's they're fine. They don't utilise the routes. I mean, all they do, they put in the 5 scenario, your 5 basic scenarios for each loco or add-on. Or if it's just a new route, they'll just put in 5 basic scenarios. Journeys, which I must admit, I do like the journeys. I like how they do that. And then they'll do the timetable mode, which is good, but every job is exactly the same as the other one. There's no variety. That's why it needs more scenarios. I mean, the scenarios are basically based off of the journey mode. No, timetable mode, sorry. So yeah, you know, they work a scenario basically through you basically got your journey mode. That's what I think they put down first, and then you work a scenario through the journey mode. So this is another entrance or just run-off area to the yard. Look at how big that yard is. If you've done any of the shunting in the yard, what routes have you got? Because this is a bloody good route, I must admit. That's the same. Just got to keep an eye on. So it's a bit of a weird signal. I've not seen one of them before. Don't know why they would have that on the floor though, do you? Seems a bit weird. Right. So there shouldn't be any more cabinets over there for a while. Yeah, so as I said, everything is literally by a scenario is derived from. See, 37's moving over there. That's on the freight line journey coming in. So after the depot here in the yard, there is another station, Thornaby, I think it's called. Well, this is the Tees Valley line, as you're probably aware. I quite like it, but again, it needs. This doesn't have the full time the journey mode, but you obviously have the what is it? You have the what's that thing called? You have the Northern Transpennine route. So that 37 will be leaving and going up to Redcar Ore Terminal. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is Tees Valley, and I quite like this route. This is one of the ones, along with Northern Transpennine, Ruhrsignord and the main Spessart barn, I didn't like them at first, but they've grown on me. This new German route that they released a few weeks ago, I loved it straight out the box. Don't know why. I've no idea why. Right, we should continue walking. So it's a bloody big yard. I don't think there's any cabinets in there. I would have thought they would have kept them on the main line. That still works. I mean, the only routes you've missed out on is rapid transit, which don't hold your breath on, and the NEC one, the American one. Oh, that looks a bit murky. Right. I think there's some more cabinets down here. I mean, I tend to get all the routes, no matter whether I like them or not. But like I said, Ruhrsignord, main Spessart barn, the new German route, Ruhr, Austin, whatever it is, Tees Valley, Northern Transpennine, Great Western Express, I do like. The New York Railroad, is it? Oh, just walk straight past them. Yeah, done. The commuter only one, which uses part of the Northeast Corridor route. I like that. Rapid transit, I'm not a big fan of. West Somerset Railway, yeah, it's boring. There's not much you can do really, apart from, I mean, at every station I get off, when the train stops, I just basically run round and do all the bits and then run back. Right, so we're going past Thornaby Depot. A couple of 37s and the 08 in there. I don't think Thornaby Depot exists now. I think it was defunct. So they've done pretty good to getting everything looking how it should. Right. There'll be another cabinet there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that one. Nope. Right. So we can cross here. So we've got a green. So there is something due in or due down. So I'm going to start on. In fact, I'm going to cross over. I still think this is the old turntable yard here. I've been meaning to see if I can actually use a 37, start it up, which I've got the procedure, and then just disconnect it on here and just do a video of it running into the pit here. Hi Zoo, how are you? Happy Sunday afternoon. So as you can probably gather, I'm actually, look at this, pair of 37s, look. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm just tired. Been a busy few days. Yesterday was busy. I've been watching the Gran Turismo live streams from Japan, but recorded ones, not the full live streams, but the reruns on YouTube. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get one coming up as well. Just usually about just round the station, round the corner, there's another freight one that comes up. Right, so cross over on these cabinets. They're okay. So as you're probably thinking, what are you doing? I'm actually walking the route. Right, some more cabinets over there. I would not have thought that these are, what do you call it, ones? No, they're not. Just round the corner there is a station round here somewhere. That's just where these lines meet. There's a station there. Let's see how many more cabinets we got. Let's find that one. Don't think there's any cabinets there. Right, there's a knackered one there, look. Got anything else? Nothing. So that was Thornaby Depot and Yard. I think this is Thornaby Station. So, I mean, the stations along this route, they are quite unique. Oh, there you go. There's another. At night, this light would be flickering. Not anymore. I think I've been here before. I've definitely have been here before. This is a nice station. It's big enough. Yeah, I think I have been there before. Look. Yeah. So in theory, the newspaper thing should be done wherever that is. Right, I'm just going to save it there a second. Right. If you bear with me for a couple of minutes, I've just got to go somewhere. 2 seconds. Ow, my foot. Sorry guys. I'm here, don't worry. Hi DJ Dane, how you doing? Sorry, just had to go somewhere. Right. How you doing, DJ Dane? Hi everyone. Right. Okay, so we just saved that. So now, where are we? So basically, I think I started round here somewhere, and we're currently there. Where we get to, about there. Okay, and then the rest of the sidings I'll have to have a look at some point. So the idea, what the point of this is that I'm actually walking the route. For the simple reasons, because of certain things that the add-ons that I've been here before, look, because that's there. I thought I could see a red light. There's cabinets here, and also that I found out earlier on this week, there's cabinets that need replacing, like these. Cha-ching. Just see if there's any on the other side. And the other thing is, like I was explaining earlier on in the stream as well, is that you get to see how well this has been modelled. I mean, usually you're running past stuff about 30 to 40 mile an hour. You don't really take time to appreciate it, and you know, even the little bits of rubbish, the pallets, the card, or the bits of wood that just been strewn down, you know, representing what the railway, or you know, you could have a bit of graffiti on here, you know, and that sort of thing. It just represents the railway of how it was back in the day, and how what it could still be already, if you know what I mean. So we're on our journey again. We're in between the up and the down lines, so I'll just move over here. Like, this is just a freight only line, I think. I'm just keeping my eye out for cabinets and that. They're okay, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, they're fine. And, you know, you get this, you get the sound effects of everything as well. It's like, you know, you run past this bit of fencing and that here, you think, well, what's behind there? You know, you're probably not even going to see it. There you go. It's a road going up, leading up to the bridge. So yeah. So if you are watching DJ Dane, I am here, mate. Don't worry. Right, small cabinets. I think these are okay. Yeah, they're fine. Look. So this is where we get a bit of the countryside bit now, because we're past the really big yard. There's another yard, the turn-off-free yard at the top. I don't think there's much of a station. I think there's definitely not much of a station through here now. So we've got two yards. I'm going to shoot over this side. There's no cabinets this side, so now we're on the two. Oh no, we are on the two lines in a bit. Right, so there's another cabinet there, which looks okay. So on this at the moment, I'm not driving, I'm just walking, sorting out the cabinets. There's a 101 just appeared. Wouldn't it be nice to have a 47 just appear and just go right past you, screaming its head off? Right, so there's an outbuilding now. Just wondering if it's got a light on it. No. Okay. So it could mean that we've got another one on the ups coming at some point, which I'm going to cross over again. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier on, the scenarios all run off basically the 24-hour journey mode. Sorry, timetable mode. I've got to remember, journeys are select timetable what you call it, timetabled journeys, basically. Timetable thingies. So that's the thingy for the sidings, which, strangely enough, you can't go up. Look, there you go. So you can't go in there. So maybe that's due for an expansion. Could we be due for an expansion? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, there's a cabinet there. Yeah. There we go. Missed that one. Yeah. You got to be pretty much Johnny on the spot with everything, with the routes. Even with the when you set all the AWS up. I mean, I got to a certain extent on how much. Look at that Bowesfield Junction. Look at that. See, there'll be a light there. I don't think there'll be another one there. This is pretty much overgrown, so you can't get through there, I don't think. No. Yeah. Using the 422. Now, I'm not sure which way I'm going here, so I'm going to check the map. Oh, so that's only just going off around there, look. Okay, so that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. I found running the 422 on the German route, you start off really good. Sometimes you'd have to wait a little while if you arrive too early at the station. And other times you just get so far behind you think, what? You know, you're 10 minutes late already, sort of thing, or you end up like 10 minutes late. So that should be okay, cabinet. I won't get all the cabinets because I missed some at the beginning. So I've got to do Saltburn to Redcar. Again. I'm not really bothered with timekeeping. I mean, to be honest, I don't really pay much attention to the little simulgraph, what they do at the end of each scenario or journey. I don't really want to know about that. I prefer more scenarios over some stupid graph. I'm not bothered about whether I know whether I've sped or, you know, been under speed or where I've been speeding. It doesn't bother me. Because we all know it's poor track infrastructure and everything. We're always going to be bloody late. Not unless you're the HST and you're always early. I might think that cabinet's knackered looking. No, it seems alright. So we've gone 12 miles so far. Well, actually it's 14 miles. Because I started at 24 miles. I'm now 10 miles. And that cabinet's fine. So from here on out, we should see obviously 101s and the 37s on the freight trains. Look, so there's another light there. See, unless you walk the route, you ain't gonna get them. Because you're not going to see them without, you know, from the train. Even if you're on the 101. So I just thought, you know, today's live stream, I'll just do a walk the route, you know, and it would show them where they are. I might even miss some, you know. You know, sometimes, you know, there might be a strategy guy come out and someone will say, oh, it's between mile marker 22 and mile marker 21. Well, that gives you a mile. You know, I just might as well you just might as well end up walking it. You know, yeah, it could be boring, but I don't mind doing this. You know, I get a chance to talk to some of my. I'd almost tempted to say fans, but you know, my like-minded colleagues. I think you know, fellow rail enthusiasts, so to speak. You know, just like I think they're okay as well. Yeah, right, onwards and upwards. Yeah, it just gives me a chance, like, instead of just like talking and then I actually keep checking over at the messages and that, I actually get to talk and I just like walk from A to B with really sore feet, or really sore virtual feet. But yeah, there's another light here. I don't think there's any cabinets on the right hand side. There's a cabinet there. Nice that they've managed to get like a Ford Transit type van in the 1980s, mid 80s. I suppose that's when the Ford Transit van came out, really, wasn't it? Mid 80s. Again, a lot of people are going on like, we want Steam, blah blah blah. I'm not really bothered about Steam, to be honest. It's nice to see them, but then you get Steam, you need a Steam-based route, Steam era type route, and I'm like, and we all know what that route's going to be. The Riviera line. To be honest, it just doesn't appeal to me. I do like steam engines, don't get me wrong, but I just don't. It's just, I'd obviously have to get the route for a train sim, and obviously I'd have to learn how to drive a steam loco. But yeah, you know, it's not on my priority to learn. The same with the 101 at the moment. I will learn it at some point. Right. Plus you get the appreciation of the countryside as well, and Twitter and birds and snakes and bugs and everything. Just checking down the line, there's nothing coming. So obviously I think this would have been about a 4-track line through here. Not now, but little cabinet. Ooh. But yeah, I would thoroughly recommend this route. Northern Transpennine. Obviously you have Great Western Express and the 3 German routes, because they look really good. They are very good, actually. So you've got a red on the down, and I don't know what's on the up. Nah, they're okay. Yeah. Oh, we've got a yellow. We've got a yellow? Yeah, we've got a yellow. Actually, I'm just going to cheat. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to have a look to see what traffic we got. So that's where we are. If we got any more. Another yard there. Station. So where does that lead? Oh, that leads to that area. Oh, that's that. Now, after the station, we got to turn right. Okay. I don't think there'll be many more freight trains through here. We might get another 101 through. So we've got a few stations parked across to go. Which way do we go then? So we missed that out. That's another yard. And then we go in through here. So we First right and then first left. So we've got green there, yellow. Won't be surprised. Ah, there we go. So we've got another 3-car DMU coming on the way down. That's come from Darlington. Where are we? I don't think there'll be another freight. And then there's the line joins there. And then there's all Darlington area. There's a 3-car DMU. Now it would be nice for this. This is the line coming up, I think, the East Coast route. Would be nice that we get HST set. You know, the old blue-grey intercity 125 liveried HST running up through here. Add to the realism, because that's, or would they? Now would they be in the intercity livery by then? I think they'd be in intercity livery. The swallow sort of design and everything, and it'd be nice to have them running through there. So yeah. So just want to check behind me, because whatever is behind me will oh, wrong way, will catch us up pretty fast. I'll just head back to Thornby Yard. There's nothing. Ooh, what's that? There's nothing there loco wise, really, is there? I don't think we've got much coming up out there. Might be a DMU further on down, but we might just be outside Darlington before that turns up. That's going down, so that's not going to get us. And that should be salt. Yeah, there's nothing really. So I don't think we're going to get any more freight, which is a bit annoying. We might see some freight spawn on the way down in. Yeah. Ah well. Don't think there'll be any more DMUs. We might be at Darlington when we get the next train that comes up behind us. It's all the way down to Saltburn. Nah, there's nothing, is there? That's Saltburn there. There's a 3-car DMU in there, and that'll be the next one that leaves. So that'd be interesting. I need to look to see where this line goes. This one here, because that obviously goes off somewhere, whether it's a freight or another passenger route. On our way then, shall we? So we probably get some more units coming down. Freight, I'm not sure. Could do. But yeah, it would be nice. I mean, I got the idea from this from a few weeks ago when I did the nice place to store some containers over there. When I did the sat on the Reading flyover, but strangely enough at Reading, opposite the depot. Because I've walked quite a few times from the Reading depot to the station side, to the station, or from the station to the Reading depot. But unfortunately, there they don't have a lot of stuff that you can collect by the line side. But I know with this one, this route, and the Northern Transpennine, there are stuff that, and with a couple of the German ones, there is stuff to pick up. It's a station and there's a cabinet. Excuse me. Oh, it's getting cold out. The sun's going round. Okay. Another cabinet there. Excuse me. I'm getting too old. Right. That's one that needs replacing. Can't see any in the yard. Right, what sort of station is this? Eagles Cliff. This is obviously the one of the ones where you do a few of the scenarios not scenarios, but the journeys. All the scenarios actually start and finish at. I think I've done this one as well, I'm not sure. See if there's any there's no light tubes there. So that's where we are. We've got 4 more principal stations, which, yeah. If I could add any route, what could I add? Well, I mentioned this in the last Train Sim World, and I kind of surprised myself with it actually. It would be the route between, I think, Edinburgh Waverley and I think it's Glasgow Central, with a Scottish push-pull 47.7s, because you got Eastfield Railway Depot, which has the Scottish 37s. You can introduce the large logo Eastfield Scottish Highland Rail 37s, the Class 20s, the Class 26s. Yeah, with the 47 ScotRail 47s. Oh man, I would love that with the DBSOs, and it's not that long route either. I think it's about 30 miles, 40 miles between each city, isn't it, or something like that? Well, I could be wrong. But yeah, I think we've got to take this right turn now, haven't we? Oh, let me just double check. Yeah. So obviously Eagles Cliff goes off somewhere else. I'm going to have to look at these, Google Map them. So we're going off down here. I don't think there's any other cabinets here, is there? No. Yeah, it's definitely the route that I would like to see is the Edinburgh to Glasgow route with the ScotRail 47s. The 47.7s and the DBSOs with the Mark III stock. Would love to see that. Can't see it happening though. I mean, you got Eastfield Depot, which back then it was not a multiple unit depot. It was full of Class 37s, large logo 37s, the old Highland Rail, the Terrier, Scottish Terrier logos on them. So yeah, that was a good time. I went up there about this time, about like in the mid 80s sort of thing. So what route would you like? Let's see the cabinets. That's a very good question actually, because that and the one was like, what routes do I like? That's a bit of a stump. It stumped me. That first question, like, what routes in the game do I like? That really stumped me. I was like, out of 6 routes I do quite like the 6 routes, and I can't say what one's good or bad. Ooh, sorry, a bit tired. But yeah, definitely ScotRail Edinburgh to Glasgow route. Hi Wing06. Yeah, I explained earlier, but Friday I wasn't very well. I had a day off because I went to the midnight launch of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. I'd already booked the day off from work, and basically I didn't get to bed till about, I think it was 1:30 in the end. And then when I woke up, I was supposed to go downtown. I wasn't very well. Modern Warfare, it took about 40 minutes to install, and then from about 10 to 1, sorry, through to 1:30, I was downloading the 56 gig update, and then from there, is that down a repeater? Yes, it is. From there, basically, till 1:30, it had downloaded about 22 gig. So there's still about 26 gig to download, and that was over 65 minutes. And yeah, I wasn't going to stay around. And then the idea was that I was going to get up Friday, carry on downloading it. Hold on, I'm just going to save this, and then basically have a go on it in the afternoon. And then the plan was then I'd do a live stream of multiplayer with my mate, but I wasn't feeling very well, so I didn't go downtown. So yeah, basically, and I just did the multiplayer, but no streaming, because I wasn't well enough for stream. I'm not too bad today, but yeah, see, that's the modern day sort of 60 mile an hour. And if many of you eagle-eyed people have noticed, if you replace that with 15 and MPH Productions, you'll notice where my logo comes from for YouTube. Sorry, right, what have you written? Took hours. Oh, so you could play. No, couldn't. While the 56 gig patch was downloaded, you could play LAN-based, like 1v1, 2v2 games. No, I really enjoyed the campaign on this. It was fantastic. Really? Sutton Park? Oh, cool. I'm not familiar with that though, but yeah. Oh, we've got cabinets, so wrong. Right, is over there. Bit noisy. Right, this cabinet needs replacing here. So just under halfway through replacing all the cabinets. It's also nice as well that you look at this, you think, what signs? What do the signs read? Crossing. I think that's railway crossing, 45 mile an hour. I'm not sure. So this is obviously a siding. It's a pretty long siding. Wow. Oh, there's a 101 coming. That's the one that we saw from Darlington. There's another railway line there, look. So it's a mix between 3-car 101s and 2-car 101s. Right. Enjoyed the campaign, but liked 4 the most, yeah. Infinite Warfare, they had an opportunity with Infinite Warfare and they lost it. Space Combat was good, I've got no problem with that. Plus they had Lewis Hamilton in it, yeah, okay. But I must admit that was good. But nah, I prefer prefer this COD. It's boots on the ground. That's what I wanted. None of this jumping around off walls shit, running around off walls, and just boots on the ground. Proper, no, stuff that would make it believable. None of this bollocks of like thrusting through the air, taking someone out with a laser guided bullet or something. No, laser guided missile, not a missile, but a laser guided beam or something like a laser beam sort of thing. None of that shit. No. Nah. Oh, am I missing any cabinets here? Oh, yeah, there's one there. Sorry. It's the whole idea of doing this is getting the cabinets, which that's okay. And the lamps. I didn't think there was any lamps on the station. I don't know what that red light means on there. It goes like that. So we've got another level crossing, so there'll be a cabinet there somewhere. So this won't move. Oh yeah, it does. It rolls out the way, look. Pretty impressive, isn't it? So it's obviously a private crossing. That's pretty cool. It's a nice little modelled area. No, Titanfall is not my idea of fun. Right, so onward with the cabinet search. We haven't got far to go now. That's fine. That's fine. I suspect there'll be a fair bit of cabinets up at the thingy. I've put towards Darlington. It's another industrial estate sort of factory over there. So yeah, the reason why I'm early today, basically, we got the Formula 1 Grand Prix on from Mexico, and they're about 5 or 6 hours behind us. It will be, but I'm not sure. It should be, yeah. Jedi Fallen Order is the next one. Right, so that needs replacing. Sleepers and rails, they're fine. Right, so by the looks of it, we could have a train coming up behind us. Let's move over the other side of the track now that we've got cabinets over here. Yeah, the reason why I am on early today is because at 7 o'clock the Formula 1 is on, which I'll be watching, and then straight after that I'm going to be online playing or sorting out Modern Warfare online stuff, getting all my classes sorted and everything. No, Death Stranding, it does. I'm not a big fan of Kojima's games. I mean, I did do the odd Metal Gear Solid, but they're just like mini movies. There's so much full motion video that they put on the game, it's just unbelievable. It's the old limit of shunt size. Wow, it's a hell of a limit to go. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, wrong way. I'm going up here. I've got a shower to have later. So we're now down to 7 miles. So it's not long to go. Now, that's the thing. This COD is this one's a little bit difficult because basically there's a lot. There's just a lot to do, lot to learn. It's a lot. I mean, the good thing that I like is there's bullet drop-off mode as well. There's bullet drop-off, not mode. You still get to see the little quick snipe. There's quick scopes, but there is actual bullet drop-off, which is fantastic. All right. Ah, right. Oh, not COD. Yeah, it's Kojima's stuff doesn't really bother me. Right, so that's 10:01. I keep hearing that every time around about 10 o'clock over here. I've had a look on Spec Ops. I'll let you in a little secret. This is the prequel to Modern Warfare. So this version of Modern Warfare is the prequel to the first Modern Warfare. No, it's not a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's the prequel. You'll understand when you fully do the campaign. No, 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 no. I hope I'm going back in the right direction. It's actually a prequel to Modern Warfare, even though it is Modern Warfare. I ain't going in the right direction. Oh, there's the 101. Told you there's one coming. Sorry, I'll go in the right direction. So there's not many cabinets about. Right, sorry, you've got to pay attention here. You have Friday. You have Friday what? What one's COD 4? COD 4 is Modern Warfare, isn't it? It's you know, I'm not trying to do this, put spoilers on here, but it's a really big handover to COD 4. It's not a soft reboot at all. It's literally the prequel to COD 4. I believe a few years down the line. Once you completed the campaign, you'd understand. Right, we got anything coming up? No, we've got revs. So don't think we got any more freight. Yeah, this Modern Warfare is also set in 2019. You did it on Friday? Yeah, I finally completed it yesterday. Because I did multiplayer Friday night. Has that got a light on it? Can you get access to it? Oh, let me just... No, it's going to go blue. No, don't want to do that. I want that, that's what I want. I'm going to save it just in case it kicks me out, because it kicked me out of one on the other day. There you go. This is why you always look at the buildings. There's an obvious reason for it to be there. But I quite like the game anyway. So, oh, we're coming up to Thingy Airfield. There's a plane flying in over there. That's the first time I've seen the plane. It's coming up to Teesside Airport by the looks of it. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more animated planes. That'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it? No, they've kind of cocked that up with the timelines. But I think they can get away with it. Right, so there's not a lot of cabinets along here. There's one down there, which I didn't need to do. But overall, I just love it. I mean, it's great to see the game back to where it should be. Yeah. Ooh, there's another plane going in. So is this Teesside Airport over here now? Yeah, look. There you go. See the plane in the distance. So there's Teesside Airport. So there's Teesside Station, Teesside Airport Station's over here somewhere. Basically, why the running around? Well, the reason why I'm doing the walk, not the walking the route as I call it, is there's a lot of stuff, collectibles like these cabinets, and the there's 35 cabinets to repair, and no, that doesn't need it, and 20 odd broken lamps around the stations and depots to repair as well. But the broken lamps were not too bad because you can go by train from station to station. But as I tried doing the other day, I got as far as about 3 or 4 stations outside of Saltburn down at the other end of the route, only for my train to bugger off without and left me there. So I started walking along the route. I'm just looking around where the yard was. This part of the route here between Darlington, between wherever it was and Darlington, just isn't very, what you call it. It's not very thingy. But where the railway yard was earlier on in the stream, you could see the 37 shunting around. And basically, as I said earlier in the stream, it's just like you appreciate when you walk in the route, you appreciate more the time and effort that has gone into creating the route. Because how certain people do the route first, the track work is put in, and then the infrastructure, like the stations, the signalling, the overhead canteenery. I've got to cross over there in a second. That doesn't need it. This should be Teesside Airport. Yeah. So you got a we got a yellow on the God knows what it is. I don't know. There should be a little sign there, and it's also go around collecting the route maps, putting the route maps in, sorting out the yeah, that's it, doing the tasks. And I'm literally walking the route doing that because you can't do it from the train. Unless you're driving the 101 yourself, you can't literally... Did I miss all those cabinets? No, they're fine. I'm actually just going to go back and check just to make sure. But I think they're alright. Yeah, they're fine, I think. Yeah. Right. What will Friday be? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. It won't be COD. There's new DLC for Wreckfest. I'm just going to save this again and get on to the next one. Sorry. I save it at the stations because basically some certain points of the map, if you go too far off, like walking off the route, it will come up saying that you've reached the end of the map, so your session's expired. Wreckfest has new DLC. The new patch, at least one patch has gone in for Truck Driver. There should be another one. Here we go. So we're just over half, or just under half of the cabinets replaced. So yeah, new DLC for Wreckfest and new patch for Truck Driver, which is about 1 gig in size. I'm not sure what I'll be playing at the moment. It could be Truck Driver, I don't know. I just heard something creeping up behind us. So we should be about 5 or 6 miles. 5 miles. So we're not far now. So the idea is this: with the couple of the German routes, there's trespass signs to put up, there are logs to move away from the side of the line. Same with Northern Transpennine as well. The logs are there to move away. No, the DLC is Wreckfest. It's 3 cars have been released. I don't know what, because I've not seen them. I just well, I've seen one of them, but I don't know what the other 2 is. One looks like a custom-made American car from the 1950s sort of thing. Yeah, there's 20 odd cars for DLC, and there's what else is there? There's 20 cars for DLC, and there's I don't know how many roof mounts there is. There's nothing mentioned about new tracks. Oh right, there's one that needs replacing. Live streams at the moment dependent on how well I feel. Like I said, last Friday I just wasn't going to do a live stream. I just felt really ill. Alright. Have we got... what light we got? We've got a green, so there's something due down, which I suspect it will be a 101 DMU. And there's a green on the up as well. Which I'd be surprised if it's freight. But it'd be good if it is. Do you see any more cabinets? Oh, that's a nice lit. Limit the shunt sign. That's quite effective, that. I like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I think when you're walking along, especially where the Thornaby Steel Works were, or Lackenby Steel Works, sorry, and the railway depot Thornaby, it's just like so much appreciation. You can appreciate how much work goes into creating that track work and that area. What's that coming down there? We'll definitely do something then. Oh, it's the milepost. Right, 4 miles. I mean, from every tree that was planted, or I know they probably do what they call something like splines, sort of thing. Does that mean there's another yard or? Oh, so the line looks as though it's in the progress of being upgraded. Little whistle sign. It's not very often you see those. So I think we go off to the left here. If I remember rightly. This is a spare set of sidings. Don't think it will allow us to go any further from where that bridge is. There's no cabinets. Oh, look. Bloody cabinet there. Yeah, doesn't need it. Right, I think I have to go off to the... Yeah. So it's another yard there. It'd be interesting to see what that yard is. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to have a quick look in that yard if I can get in there. Alright. It might just take me up to the bridge, and then basically it won't allow me to go any further. Oh. You never know. It's like I said on the earlier on the Rursig. No, see, I can't go any further. It won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me. Have I got to do this on every route? I don't have to, but on some of the routes like the Rursig main Spessart barn, the Northern Transpennine, there's anti-trespass signs to put up, repair fences, and move logs out the way of the line. There's plenty of the logs on the Northern Transpennine route. Ooh, sleeper. That's fine. Right, let's get over this bridge before anything turns up. I thought it'd just be a little bit something slightly different if I walked the route, and you still see the trains go by. I mean, admittedly, I'd have been there by now if I'd gone by train, but it just means getting off at every single station. But then I miss all the doing all the cabinets and the light tubes and everything. Not yet. I had a look on DTG earlier on this afternoon, and there's nothing on there. I did see the stream for the Swedish route. Is it Swedish? For Train Sim. Right, can't see anything coming around there. Don't need doing. We should have a green still. Yeah, so something is on its way. I wouldn't be surprised that it'll be DLC. It'll be probably locomotive DLC, possibly German. It would be nice to see nice to know what they are working on, but wow. Yeah. Right, what have we got? Yeah, they have two separate teams though, because it's obviously two separate systems. One uses Unreal, and I don't know what the one uses the Unreal Engine. I don't know what the other one uses. Was it Lure or something like that? Right, so let's have a look to see what's on the station. I think I've done this one. Yep. There should be round here somewhere. There's a newspaper pack, which I'm sure I've done that. Can't even walk past the cones. Yeah, that's it. I have got Jurassic World Evolution, and there you go, there's the old newspapers. Jurassic World Evolution and Elite. Oh, there we go, there's the old 101 look. Dinsdale. Make sure there's... Right, this needs replacing. So I get to 20, I need replace another 15 cabinets, which I think a lot of them are the ones that I missed earlier on in the route. Jurassic World Evolution I need to play some more, which I don't have time at the moment. That's fine, we've still got a green. That's under Darlington signalling now, so yeah. I mean, the thing is that the big things is that the live streams that I do now, which is either Wreckfest, or Truck Driver on the Fridays, and Train Sim World on the Sundays. But there again, I'll also do at some point. I thought the other train was down there. I'll also do the racing on Gran Turismo Sport, the FIA racing, which I'm not going to get anywhere with it. I mean, because that's why I've got this wheel. So yeah, it's a bit of a busy week. Plus, I've got to try and do computer work as well. Other bits that I have to do outside, away from the PlayStation as well. General keep the house up tidy, socialise, and it's a busy old life at the moment. Right, there's 37 coming down. Going to Lackenby Steel Works. Actually, they'll go to Thornaby Yard first, then they'll go to Lackenby Steel Works. There's a cabinet over there. So I know there's nothing due down then now for a few more minutes. It's the one that's due up though. I mean, I used to play Elite really a lot, but I've just lost all interest in it now. Same with most of the games. It's the smaller games. It's just that it's all push to buy the DLC. It's a bit like what this is. It's all push to buy the DLC. And in fairness, Frontier, they have listened to what some people have been saying to the community and that. There's a cabin over there, but I think that's fine. Yeah, just double check. Yeah. Cabinet there. Because the other thing is as well with realism for this, I do like going down with the AWS on. Don't know why, just as it is. So not too far away now from Darlington. He says. I mean, the thing is though is that you can only do so much from the 101 because there is going to be that time when you do miss the bloody train, when the train starts to take off without you. Not take off, but leave without you. And even if you just get over there just before the door's locked or the door's locked, you can't open the doors again to get in. 2 miles. Be there in the next 10 minutes. So whether I do any more via live stream or not, I don't know. Depending if people like it, sort of thing. I mean, if they do, stick it down in the comments. I don't know. You know, they might do, they might not. But it's to me, it's just a way of seeing the route from a different perspective. Basically, just on foot, watching the, you know, seeing the trains go by. It's still part of the journey, sort of thing. The timetable mode. It's just that you're not driving it; you're just walking past it. And I'm not being silly. It's what track gangs have done for the last few hundred years. You know, the last 100 odd years, they've walked the track, a certain section of track, to make sure that it's okay, that it's not broken. There's no faults with the track, the signalling, there's nothing blocking the line. So it's nothing new. So, you know, that each track gang has a certain section of line to patrol on a certain regular time. Right, there was a bit of a frame rate drop there. Oh, dear me. Ugh. So this would be the lowest journey that I've done with no score. So can't see anything. It's a road. See, look. See, you don't look, you're not going to get them. You haven't had a colour light signal on the up for a while. Just all this detail that people put in. You know, what the route creators have built and put in. You know, broken pallets. That cabinet's okay. So we've got a green on the down. Whether we've got anything else coming down, it's been a while. Just going to save it. So you've got 2 miles, not long now. So, oh, excuse me. Oh, you carried it back there, what the? Next week's live stream for Friday should be okay. It shouldn't be a problem, but I just haven't decided what I'm doing. Probably be truck driver. I was thinking of adding another one in on the old Friday live streams, and that would have been doing Farm Sim 19. But I don't know. Ooh. Is that telling me you're too close to the track? Get off it. Looks like it, doesn't it? Still 2 miles. Got a stretcher line there as well. So it won't allow me. There you go. There's a line. I'm literally going. It's pushing me diagonally that way, so you can't access that at all. Any more cabinets? No. I think I was going to look at the point work as well. It'd be an automatic point and not a lever one, so I wouldn't be able to do that at all. Yeah, won't let me do that. Okay. When do I get a trophy for walking the entire line? Probably not, actually. suspect I've missed 3 or 4 of these cabinets. 1 mile to go. Nice tractor, mate. Get off my dad. But then again, there's also the ore depot where you unload the ore, or you fill your wagons up to check for. I don't think there would be cabinets there. I know there's a couple of lights that need changing, light tubes. Trying to think what else. I've had a look around Darlington, and most of the stuff on Darlington I've got. There could always be the cabinets though that I don't think I have got. Close the light. Red, get off the line, you muppet. I think that's displaying a yellow up there. There could be something. No, not. I thought there was something on the way down. So I'll do the old normal thing. If you like the video, then subscribe to youtube.com/Hentis D6569. That's what the channel is. Like and subscribe. Click the bell icon. Facebook page is Hentis Rail. You can like that page, and that's if you have Facebook, and basically all the stuff about trains around my local areas on there. And if you like me on the PlayStation Network, then you can just friend me or follow Hentis, Hentis. Or if you're even feeling very brave and feel like, yeah, I wouldn't mind, I'll donate some money, then it's all to a worthy cause. It's paypal.me/Hentis D6569. Hold on a second. Yeah. paypal.me/Hentis D6569. Anything big or small, I'm not fussed. You know, it's up to you. It helps out. And we're a mile away from Darlington. See it all building up in the background over there. Over to your right, sorry. I mean, I think as well as a lot of this has all started from where sometimes the train, when your journey would end at like Leeds or Manchester or even Darlington, I'd actually go round and just check to see what's lying around the station area or whatever station you stop at. So I've been doing that a lot with a lot of the routes lately. So yeah. So there we go. We're now 0 miles to Darlington. And if we're on right, this should be a signal with a call-on signal. Which it does, a little call-on signal, shunt signal. Underneath the red light there. So the next signal should be just at, well, that's guarding the platforms at Darlington. I just walked past a load of cabinets, didn't I? So I was yawning, not paying attention. Donut. Probably fine, aren't they? Yeah. They're fine. So there'll be a line joining off from the left. Beep beep. Oh, a lot of impatient drivers around Darlington, isn't there? There's one over there, that's nothing, no good. Don't think 35 limit says yellow, so there could be something coming down. So that's the old ground signal with the position areas where it will tell you where what line or area you're going to go. Right, so this is where I need to cross over. So if I remember rightly, there we go. Another cabinet. This here is the East Coast main line. Now I'm going to go down and check these cabinets. Oh, they're not cabinets, are they? I don't know how far we can go down actually, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, I can't go down that far at all. Okay, fine. I've got to say, it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. I suppose this will be where the trains spawn from anyway, from that area. Right, so cabinets. You have to keep an eye out for the cabinets. If you see one, let me know. I know there's two there. I know nothing will be running up and down on this line. So there's Darlington. Couple more cabinets. They're fine. So we'll do the station area first. There's a 101 in there. But see what happens when you just have to look round around the backs of areas as far as you can go. Again, I'm going to save it quite often because I don't know. I don't want to start doing a lot of stuff and then bump. It would say, "This is the end of the session because this is as far as you can go." I know there's a lot of walking about, but you have no idea what lies around the corner because they do like to stick. You know, they can. Right, I can't go up there. They can be a pain in the bum sometimes and say, well, we're going to stick this lot around here. They won't find it, so to speak. Of course, all these signals as well can be used for shunting as well. Nice little yard. So we're just going to carry on over here. What have I missed? The old turntable? Don't think it works. Oh, it'd be nice if that worked. Didn't even notice that was there, to be honest. That's a shame. That's just where they turn stuff in it. Now, does this have a light on it? It would be nice to see the HSCs in Intercity livery running through here, coming up into Darlington, wouldn't it? Or 47. Right, so no, can't go any further. There's no other lights there. Okay, so we're going to work our way up into the station. You see any cabinets? Shout. do I risk it? No. I'm not going to do that. Right. Well, let's do the platforms first. It's always good to see trains leave, to be honest. I quite like it. It does feel kind of weird, real, that you're actually there watching it as a person to a degree. I know it sounds a bit weird, but yeah, right. So let's start on this side with Darlington then. I'll do the outside in a bit. I think I've done this anyway, so. So I need one more route map. I don't know whether that would be on the station or not. So my feet are aching after walked all the way from Redcar. But I'll do that yard area. I'll go up to here. There's nothing here. I'll go up as far as this bridge. The end of the bridge parapet. Here. That's as far as I can go. I can't go any further. Okay. Whoa. I can't go down there. There's obviously shielding. Can't go across there. Ding, that's been done. Don't think there's anything there. I'm sure Darlington Station's not this bloody, what you call it. Right. Can I go down there? I can go down there. Now I wonder if there's a map down here. Nope. There's a light tube though. It's not. I can't go any further. Okay. That's why you always look in those silly little places, especially places like this. Okay, there's nothing there. Newspapers have been done. Okay, so we've done that bit there. Right, now for this side. Don't think there's anything down there. I don't think there's anything up here either, to be honest. Is that a map thing there? I've done that one? Yeah, so I'm missing a map. Crap. Don't think there'll be anything up here. Right. Okay, so I'm going to shoot out down here. See how far. I don't think I'll be able to get up far, to be honest. There we go. So that's as far as I can go. I can't go any further. This is a bit annoying. Right. So just got to look down on this bit of the yard down here. cabinets and everything else. I think there's a fair amount of cabinets I've actually missed. There might be some here. There's a cabinet over there. That needs replacing. There you go. 22 out of 35 found. We'll have a look in the yard. So it's 101 going in. There's nothing over here. Cable drum. Got to just check over that area, but I think that's all the cabinets. So it's all the stuff from Saltburn up to where I started today that needs redoing. There's nothing here, is there? No. Okay. Right. Excuse me. We checked in here. Don't think there'll be anything there, to be honest. It's always wise to check in little corners or little dead ends and that, because they can always place stuff there, you see. And I think that, as they say, is that. Nothing. I've been down here. Yeah. So I've been down there, so there's nothing there. Look. Ah, there you go. Anything else in here? No, that's it. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but just have a quick look around here, make sure nothing. No, that's it. So that's the route done, but it's not complete. It's a bit annoying. No, you're alright. So I don't think there's nothing else. There's no other. I've done that one. So it's basically where I need to go now is between Saltburn and Redcar East, which I'm not going to do today. So that's basically from Redcar Central, Redcar British Steel, I think I did, all the way through to Darlington, which is a nice little trek, and that's taken me. I started that about 8:25 game time. It's now 10:50. So yeah. Right. So that's. Hope you enjoyed the little walk through the Tees Valley line. That was that was a lot. I'm just going to save that. Back. Quit to menu. Yes, quit to menu, and then basically we'll just double check. Oh, sorry, my ears are hurting. You see down the little side there in the middle, you got the collectibles under the treasure chest. Ooh, I'm tired. So I've got 19 out of 20 route maps. Done 22 out of 35 cabinets. 12 out of 25 lamps, light tubes, and 17 out of 20 thingies. 17 out of 20 newspapers. I mean, if I was to click on the new West Somerset Railway, it'd tell me what we'd have. 9 out of 15 fire buckets filled, 8 out of 10 work things done, lamps, 1 out of 15, and 13 out of 20 posters, I think it is. Not really bothered at the moment. Right, so what have we got left on the Great Western Express to do? What's on the journey mode? I'm not going to do dragline. That's over an hour. Done the freight drive, have I? Done all the freight work? Oh wow. There's only 4 of them. Great Western Express. Let's have a little chapter. 2R37 Paddington. London Paddington. Oh crap! I don't even know what it is. Right. After it's loaded, I've just got to pause it because I've got to go somewhere. Right. Oh, it's been a good day. Been a busy day. I hope you enjoyed that little walk. It's like I said in the intro of the announcement this morning. It's something different. I mean, naturally, I don't think I'll be doing the Leeds to Thingy route. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to disappear for 2 seconds because I really do need to go and see the toilet. 2 seconds. Just been noticing how cold it's got, and it's down. It only reached about 6 degrees centigrade today, so it's down here on the south coast, and it's been pretty cold. Current temperature is, he says when he looks at his little machine. Come on, you're telling me the time. Tell me the weather. Okay, it's not going to tell me the weather. Could tell me about daylight savings times, which I don't need to know. 10 degrees centigrade currently. Yeah, the sun's setting now, so it's all down to 9. So yeah, it's been a bit cold. Right, so we're going to do this run. We've got to stop at Ealing Broadway, Southall. Oh God, 13:20, 13:41. What time is it? 12:50. Yeah, we can do this. Right, resume. Ealing Broadway, 12:50. Where is it? There it is. Oh, he didn't get very far, did he? If I got green then. Right. Headlights. No, wrong one. It's now doing daylights. Yeah, I've seen the trailer, I've loved it, but I'm not booking it because I'll see it over the Christmas when I'm off work. I'm looking at possibly going to see Terminator Dark Fate. It's snowing, isn't it? I'm quite surprised that the railway hasn't over. Can't see shit. Really? Okay, so anyone suggest me to walk the line between Paddington and Oxford? We get told in the snow, in this sort of conditions, we'll get told where to go. Looking at the window heat, de-ice the window. Hopefully that'll work. I'm not holding my breath. Right. So the first stop is Ealing Broadway. I'm not going to be able to see Jack in this. There's a HST following me out. It's going to go into Old Oak Common. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. What do you want?
I can make you one of them.
Just do what I said.
What?
It's really hard sometimes for some people to understand that when you turn around and say, "Do not disturb me, I am live streaming," they don't understand it and they don't get the grasp of it. It's a bit snowy out there, isn't it? They could have turned the sound up a bit on the old on the engine noise. Can't see anything. This is going to be an interesting one. I had to figure out which one was the bloody train release. It'd be a bit windy out here then. Hi World of 28, how you doing? It's unfortunate because where's the train heating? Right. Well, I'm going to get to Southall, and I will call it an afternoon on the stream. So I think I've been going for about 3 hours now, so 2.5 hours. I've got to basically get stuff ready, have something to eat, and grab a shower. But next Sunday, actually I don't know, I'll have to check, because it might be another afternoon stream. Just checking now. That will tell me actually if I think of it. It won't tell me. I might have to do the same next week if the USGP's on. Oh. So it's a bit cold and snowy out. Now these are also, I don't get to choose these. These are pre-selected weather conditions that are in the journey. I was under the impression that the weather conditions would be randomly chosen. Can't even pull the window down. Really good driving weather. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a harsh winter this year. Oh. Get off. Just a tad blustery out though. It's a good effect that they've got. I'll give them that. You hear the ice, the electricity, the thingy on the electric things. That's what gets me is the level of detail to the sound effects, which is pretty cool. Right. Well, I'm going to save it here. And I'm going to carry on with that at some point. But for the time being, that's going to be it for this this stream, because this was an afternoon stream. It might be. I've got to check. When do I have to check? I will check later tonight or tomorrow and find out whether the next stream, next Sunday stream, is an afternoon one as well, because I think next week we've either got the Brazilian or the USA GP, and it'll be roughly about the same time in the evening. So that'll be right in the middle of my live stream. So live stream next Sunday could well be in the afternoon as well. But I will let everyone know during the day. So yeah, thank you all very much. I know it's a bit of a weird one because it's in the afternoon. But I hope you enjoyed it, and plus it was the walk of the Tees Valley route, which I'm not sure everyone that will go down with everyone's cup of tea with, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you on Friday for the Wreckfest or truck driver live stream. I mean, it's supposed to be Wreckfest on Friday, but so in theory next week's the truck driver, and if not, I will see you next Sunday at some point for the Train Sim World stream. So yeah, thank you all very much. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you like the video. Press the bell icon. Cheers, 28 mil. Press the bell icon for notification of when I upload another video, which there should be one this week, or go live again, which will be happening this week. Yeah, so thank you all very much. And I will catch you in the next one. So have fun.